pres
Okay.
preservative. And I did what you said. The net weight is 18 ounces, and I thought to convert the weight into a volume, and I got it to 25.4 ounces. And I also did a volume volume to weight for the 1 cup into 11.29 ounces. And my answer is $1.35 I put down, but it was incorrect.
Okay. So what was your as purchased amount?
As purchase is $2.93 in 18 ounces.
18 ounces. Okay. And how much do you need for the recipe?
1 cup.
1 cup. Okay. And then where did this 25.4 ounces come from?
I did the volume to weight. But you said the
Well,
net weight is 18 ounces, so I thought to do the volume for it.
um, okay. Give me 1 second. Let me open up so I can look at all my information. Let's see. Okay. So let's go to semester project notes. Okay. So, um, this note here about the net weight of 18 ounces, um, that is in reference to helping you realize that you need to use the volume to weight conversion. Some students in the past have thought that apricot preserves were going to be like a liquid ingredient. So they were trying to convert 1 cup to 8 ounces. So because it says net weight of 18 ounces, that's why we have to convert 1 cup into weight using the website. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
A little bit.
Okay, so let me show you another example real quick.
Okay.
So if I were to type in vanilla extract, you notice here it says net 1 fluid ounce. Right? So the fluid ounce, that is a volume, which means this 1 fluid ounce is the equivalent of 2 tablespoons
Okay.
because half a table, like 1 tablespoon equals half of an ounce, right?
Yeah.
So the FL is fluid ounces, whereas apricot preserves is net weight. So instead of fluid ounces, in this case, it's measured by weight.
Hmm.
And so by doing that, let's look at our, you said your apricot preserves were what? What did you convert your apricot preserves to?
18 ounces.
No, not the 18 ounces, the 1 cup, sorry.
Oh, the 1 cup I converted to 11.29 ounces.
11.29 ounces.
I think that's the thing too. Like, there's so many things to choose from in the list.
Yeah.
You mean on the website, the
Yeah,
conversion
like there's
website?
like so many options.
I picked the jam and preservatives.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Okay, so good comment, Ryan. You might have it set to generic and branded from a previous, because when I put apricot preserves, I just get the one option.
Oh, you know what? It was generic and branded from a previous one.
So yeah, so that sometimes will happen. Um, but let's see, 11.29 ounces is correct for the weight. And so then maybe it was the conversion of that 24 something ounces that maybe was throwing you off. What do
Okay.
you get when you divide 293 by 18 ounces?
16, 0.16.
Okay. So I think that also is the other issue. So when you divide 18 ounce, the price by 18 ounces, you get 0.162.
Yep.
So because of this two, we're going to round that up to
17.
17 cents per ounce. And so since there's 11 ounces, technically, if you did 16 cents, then your answer would be 11 cents off of my answer. So that's probably why it counted it
Okay.
incorrect, because 11 cents is a pretty big range to be off.
Okay.
Yeah, when they have the generic and branded, that's really kind of the default should be generic. The only time that I specifically mention generic or branded is because that this specific ingredient, as far as the cumin, wouldn't show up on just the generic plain one. So adding generic and branded allows for this UPC to show up. Any other questions?
Well, so continuing
Oh,
this example, if we have, okay, so like if we have 1.7 per 1 ounce, then do we just multiply that by the 11.29, or do we still have to try to convert the cup?
no, the cup is 11.29 ounces.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. Got it.
Anybody in here have any questions in person? Did I show you guys that in the modules, in the recorded lecture, there is the zucchini costing example? Okay, sounds good. Just want to make sure I shared that with you all. All right, I'm going to pause the recording. Oops, I see a chat. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording for a moment. So if somebody else comes on with a question, please just remind me to start recording again.
And up verified butter to 1.91, but I'm not sure how to get the rest besides like the salt and pepper. That's it.
Okay, so let's take a look at uh, let me go to open up the recipe. So I have recipe, chef tech inventory, volume, and semester project. Okay. So the butter, you said you got the butter, and that's correct? Okay, cool. And then we have flour, stock, salt, pepper, and cloves of garlic. Okay. So the first thing I want to do whenever I'm starting a new recipe, I'm going to check the semester project notes. So if I come to the semester project notes, then looking up the velouté sauce, there we go. So the velouté sauce, you got the clarified butter.
Yep.
The flour, it tells me to use all-purpose flour from the Chef Tech inventory list, so I'll use that for my AP. Chicken,
Sure if I rounded wrong or something, but I don't know if that could be it.
okay. Okay, so we'll talk about flour here in just a second. The $1.83 per quart, that's going to be your AP for the chicken stock. And then for salt and pepper, you're just going to put 1 penny for to taste. So you don't have to do really any math for the salt and pepper. You just type in 0.01.
Oh, okay.
And then the garlic cloves, on average, 1 clove of garlic is equal to 0.1 ounces. So I want to check those notes to figure out, kind of get my frame of mind for those different ingredients. So let's talk about the flour. Okay, so talk me through your process for the flour. What have you done so far?
So my notes pulled up here. Let's see. So with the 17.36 for the like the 50 pounds, I divided those and I got 0.3472. So I rounded that. No way. Where's the point? That way. Okay, yeah. Making sure the clock. Okay. So it's the 0.3472 per pounds. And it was the 9 ounces cost. And I times it by 0.0217. And I got 11953. And I rounded that to 0.20.
Okay, so did you convert 9 ounces to pounds? You converted the cost per pound to ounces.
Yes.
Or yeah, okay. So then you divide this by 16 ounces. And what did you get for your cost per ounce?
It was 0.217.
Okay, that might be the issue because I'm getting 0.0217.
Um,
And so because this is dollar, we're going to round up to the nearest penny. We're going to round this up to 3 cents per ounce.
okay. So the with the how many ounces?
Say that again.
Ounces?
3 cents per ounce was our recipe unit cost.
Okay. 8 cents per ounce. So confused on how the end I got 0.20.
I mean, it might just be that, yeah, I'm not sure. What I would recommend, you're able to see my screen, right? Okay. So what I would recommend is if I know I'm going to ounces, I would multiply this 50 pounds by 16 ounces and get 800 ounces.
Okay.
That way, when I do my math, actually, let me just do it in red. Yeah, so if I know that I'm going to ounces, if I know my recipe unit is ounces and my as purchase is in pounds, okay, I would go ahead and multiply that 50 pounds by 16 ounces to get 800 ounces. And then that way, when you divide $17.36 by 800 ounces, you're already in your cost per ounce, right? You don't have to do the step-by-step division conversion. So $17.36 divided by 800 ounces will automatically give you that 0.0217, right? So we're going to round that up to 3 cents per ounce.
Sure.
Okay. And then what issues were you having with the stock?
Yes, I put 1.83 because that was the per point. I don't know why was that or I thought that was the given, so I'm kind of confused about that.
Okay, so if we have $1.83 per quart, how much do we need for the recipe?
Let me see. Let me go to this. It was. Wait, the recipe is the one where you find like it's the project notes, right?
Nope, the recipe is in the menu set.
No wonder I've been giving it all wrong.
The recipe is where the menu set two, that's where you're gonna find all of your recipes.
Oh my! I feel so.
That's okay. It's still early in the project. If this was your last recipe, we might have some issues, but this is one of the first ones, so you're good.
I was wondering what was. Well,
Yeah. So you want to use, remember, you want to use these recipes to fill out that first page of the RSTO worksheet, and then you copy and paste into the second page. You have your as purchased you get from the Chef Tech inventory list, or in this case, you get your as purchased from the semester project notes, because sometimes you're not going to find it on the Chef Tech inventory list. So that's why I list it here in the semester project notes. And then you're going to do your AP to recipe, and that's going to help you. So in this case right here, we need 1.5 gallons. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to work this one out, but I'm going to do another example. Okay. So if I did AP to recipe, and let's say it's $1.83 per quart, and I need 4 gallons.
set one, sorry.
Then you set two.
Six.
Yep. So if I need 4 gallons, how do I make my units match? I have quarts and I have gallons. So how do I make my units match?
Um, we do division.
No, we're not going to divide right now. How many quarts are in a gallon?
So I should remember it's
Just four.
There's 4 quarts in a gallon, right? So I'm going to multiply 4 gallons by 4 quarts. And so that is equal to 16 quarts. So now my units match, right? And so if it's $1.83 per quart and I need 16 of them, well, my as purchase is already in the cost of 1 unit. So now I can just simply multiply. So you can use this as an example on this one right here. So without working that out, because I don't want to work out every single problem, but you can use this concept here. Okay. You're also going to use this same concept when you talk about the garlic, right? Because the garlic is 1 clove is equal to 0.1 of an ounce. Okay. And so if I need 4 cloves of garlic, what is 4 cloves of garlic equal to? How many ounces of is 4 cloves of garlic?
4 ounces.
Not 4 ounces, 0.4 ounce.
Oh, point.
Right, because there's a decimal right there. It's kind of small, but there's a decimal. It's 0.1 of an ounce. So that's going to help you with that, the cloves of garlic in the velouté sauce. That's okay. That's a really common. A lot of people miss that 0.1.
Now that I found like all the recipes for it, I think I got it.
Okay, awesome.
Actually,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's
You're welcome. Yes, Jackson. Say it one more time. Okay. On the Chef Tech inventory list? Okay. Let's double check.
In the notes. Either blind slate versions and choose all you guys can slice.
Yeah. No, so let's look at that. That's a good question. There we go. So we have three options for jalapeno on the Chef Chick inventory list. The first one is 70 cents per pound. The second one is 88 cents per 7 ounces. If we look at the ingredients around each of those, right? This one that's a jalapeno sliced, that's within kind of like the dry goods area, which means it's probably going to be canned jalapenos, right? Like pickled jalapenos. And we don't want that. We want the raw jalapeno. So 70 cents per pound. So 2.667 ounces. And then we'd multiply that by the 165 because it's already in the cost per ounce. Like 165 is the cost for 1 ounce. Did you try that? And it came out wrong? Okay, what did you try? Oh, just 2.6? Okay. So when I do 2.667, I get $4.41. Let me check just to see 2.6. $4.29. So yeah, those extra decimals are gonna help. So let's just check that 441. Which recipe is this again? The sour cream potatoes? Okay. $441. And 441 is correct. You're welcome. So as you get to like those like 1/3, 2/3, right? If you go into 2 or 3 decimals, because it's a repeating number all the way, right? And so if you go into those 2 or 3 decimals, it makes it just a little bit more accurate. Haley, this two right here is 2 ounces. And in the semester project notes, it says that the chives, one bunch of chives averages 2 ounces. So if we need 1 1/3 bunches, that's where we convert that 1/3 into a decimal and then multiply by the 2 ounces per bunch. So that means that 1 1/3 bunches is actually going to equal to 2.667 ounces.